Namaste and welcome to Code Divinity. I am your coding friend Om, and today we are going to solve a medium level problem again. The problem number 678, valid parenthesis string. In this problem we will be provided a string S, and this string will contain only 3 characters: asterisk, opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis. Now in this problem they have mentioned several rules which defines a valid parenthesis string. So the rules are: open parenthesis should have a closing parenthesis to its right, closing parenthesis should have an opening parenthesis to its left, opening and closing parenthesis should be in synchronization. That means every open will have a close and vice versa. And finally, asterisk can be treated as an open parenthesis, closing parenthesis or an empty string. So it is like the joker of our playing cards. Now let's take an example for this problem. Given a string, we can count that there is one opening parenthesis and 2 closing parentheses. So this string is imbalanced by just one opening parenthesis. So we will use this asterisk as an open parenthesis here, and it will make the string valid. So we will return true for this example. This problem can be solved using counting approach. So for the problems where we are dealing with only limited number of characters, we can compare them using counts of each character. Like we saw in the previous example, where we used a counter open and another counter close, and each of these counters were tracking the number of open parentheses and the closing parentheses in our string. So using both of this, we can solve this problem. Whenever we encounter open parenthesis or an asterisk, we will increment open counter, and if we encounter any closing parenthesis or asterisk, we will increment the closing counter. As this is a medium level problem, it cannot be solved using just counting approach here, because counting will be too simple. We have to pair this approach with 2-pointer approach. We will take a pointer start and another pointer end. Start will be initialized to the first element, end will be set to the last element of our string. Let's understand it deeply while we formulate our algorithm. First, we will initialize 3 integers: open, close and end. Open and close are the counters, so they will be initialized to 0. End will be set to the last element of our string. Then we will start a for loop from I equals to 0 till the end of our given input. Within this for loop, we will check if current element is opening parenthesis or asterisk. We will increment open counter, else we will decrement the open counter. Similarly, if element from rear is closing parenthesis or asterisk, in that case we will increment closed counter, or else we will decrement close counter. And within this loop, we will finally check if open or close are less than 0. If any of them become negative, it indicates that the parentheses are imbalanced, and we will return false right away. And if the loop terminates, the string is valid. So we will return true here. I hope the algorithm is clear to us. Let's jump to the problem directly on the LeetCode platform. Check out this problem from the link given in the description below. And now let's start reading the problem statement. Given a string S containing only 3 types of characters: opening, closing parenthesis and asterisk, and we have to return true if S is valid. These are the rules that we have discussed before during the explanation, so let's skip that and check the examples given here. This example is pretty clear to us as both the parentheses are following the rules, so we return true here. In second example, this asterisk has no purpose, so we can treat it as an empty string. So this is also balanced and we can return true here. All the examples given here are of the valid strings. I wish if there were some examples for the false as well, but it's okay. Now let's check the constraints. This string will contain at least one character and it can contain up to maximum of 100 characters. If there is just one character, assume if it is an opening or just the closing parenthesis, in that case it will be false. So it is covered in the constraints here. Always read the constraints because constraints define the edge cases. The string will contain only these 3 characters. They have mentioned in the problem statement as well. So I hope the problem is pretty much clear to us now. Let's start coding our algorithm. First we will define 3 integers: open, close and end. Open and close both are the counters, so initially they will be 0. End will be initialized to s dot size minus 1, which is the last element of our given input. Then we will start a for loop from 0 till end. Now in this for loop we will check if the ith element is opening parenthesis or it is an asterisk symbol. So in that case we will increment our open counter, or else we will decrement it. Then we will check if the element from rear is a closing parenthesis or an asterisk symbol. If it is among these, then we will increment our close counter, or else we will decrement our close counter. And after each iteration we will check if open counter has become negative or the close counter has become negative. This indicates that the parentheses are imbalanced, so we will return false right away. And when this loop terminates, our string is balanced, so we will return true here, and our coding is completed here. Let's run this. Let's submit it. So this approach is working on all the cases. I hope you liked my explanation. I will meet you very soon with another problem that we will tackle together.